Hello, and welcome to the Socially Speaking with Dominique podcast. Y'all know I love that. I love that part. But it is April 1st, 2024, and I am so thankful to be at the Octavia Lab at the Central LA Library recording this episode. Usually, when I come to the library, I only do audio, but this time we're going to do video and audio because I had an amazing March of 2024. I'm happy it's over though. Because it was a very tough month. But yeah, so here we are sitting at April 1st, and I haven't recorded a podcast episode in a very long time, but I decided to get back into it, and here we are. So, March 2024. When I tell you that last month was something. Uh, uh, I'm just talking. I ain't even introduced. I ain't even introduced my friend. I'm sorry. Uh, uh, I'm sorry. Yes. Let's see if we can go closer. Can we? Can y'all see it? Oh, okay. So that's nothing really. No, it is. That is why my 2024 March recap is going to be about, because as you guys are aware, I was training for the LA Marathon for at least 6, 7, 8 months. I had completely dedicated myself to that. I was running every morning. Some days I would run at night with the Keep It 100 family. It was a lot. I stopped drinking alcohol, and actually that's probably the highlight. Like I didn't miss alcohol. I'm not a big time drinker anyway, but that was one of the things I felt like I should give up or sacrifice on this journey. And I ran the marathon. Not only did I run the marathon, but I finished it. I finished. I finished. I finished. Like, I literally started at Dodger Stadium, ran through the streets of LA. I was in Beverly Hills. I was on Rodeo Drive. I went to Brentwood. I came back to Century City, past Century City first, and then came back and crossed the finish line. And when I tell you, it was the most exciting, the most exhilarating, the most just magnificent, amazing experience I have ever been a part of in my life. And this is coming from someone who has 2 degrees. I was more happy, more excited for the marathon and running it and finishing it than I was when I graduated with my master's. That just lets you know, like, how significant running the marathon was. And if you ever wanted to run the marathon and thought about it, I think you should, because it did a few things for me. It taught me more about sacrifice. It taught me about setting a goal, going after that goal, and there's going to be some highs, there's going to be some lows, but you just got to continue to push forward. And I felt like the marathon taught me that, because over the course of my training, I hurt my ankle, my knee started to give me issues, my calf, and then the weird part on the back of your leg behind your knee, that started to ache. Um, I was getting sick. I was having asthma. It was just so much I went through in my training for the marathon. And I'm going to actually, let me go back to the knee pain. I'm going to probably say the knee pain started after I did that long run and we ran all those hills, the Windsor Hills and Baldwin Hills. That's when my knee pain started. But I am so thankful for that run, because the LA Marathon had nothing but hills and I was killing them. I was going. So I ran the LA Marathon. I finished. I didn't care about my time or whatever. I didn't care if it took me 5 hours, if it took me 10 hours, I was getting through that marathon. And I'm just so thankful that I was able to run. A lot of people, you know, don't have an opportunity to do that. And I'm never going to take that for granted. I'm always going to be thankful that I have the ability. I mean, good enough health, good enough spirit to be able to conquer something like that because it's not easy. Running the LA Marathon, any marathon for that matter, is not easy. It requires a lot of you, a lot of time, a lot of energy, just premium focus and dedication. And that's why us marathoners are considered the elite. That's why we're considered the 1% because we're willing to put our bodies through some crazy things for this. I mean, come on. Isn't it beautiful? You see the little St. Patrick's Day. I mean, this is what we ran for. This is what we trained for. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. One thing that the marathon did teach me is that there's no instant gratification with training for the marathon. I would be running extremely well. I would be running strong. I would be feeling great one week. And then the next week, I'm just barely getting by. I'm just barely getting through it. It is literally a marathon. Like the training itself is, I actually think it's worse than running the marathon because you're having to run. I was running 20, 25 miles a week at times, and it was just a lot. I had to fight through and I had to get through. But one thing I can say is that you can do it. Hard work always pays off. You just have to continue to go for it. It's just that simple. When Nike came up with their little slogan, just do it, that's all we needed to hear. Shout out to Nike. I ran in some Nike Alpha Fly 2%, and they were actually pretty amazing. But you just got to do it. And along the journey, I've had people ask me, like, what was my why? Like, why did I decide to run the marathon? What prompted it? Because it's not like I had I don't even want to call it a benchmark. It's not like I had somebody in my family or even my friends that's ran a marathon. So shout out to Portia though. She did a half marathon. So she kind of gave me the confidence and the inspiration to even start running really with this run club, Keep It 100. But the reason why I did the marathon or started training for the marathon because I felt I was really stagnant back in August, September of 2023. And one thing I do when I'm like stagnant or I'm not understanding, I really start praying a lot. I meditate a lot anyway, but I really like hunker down and start immersing myself more in my prayer life. And one thing I do is fast. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a 7-day fast just to kind of reset, refocus, reprioritize my energy. And whatever comes to me in this fast, when I come out of the fast, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm fasting for the 7 days. And throughout the 7 days, all I see is marathon, marathon, marathon. And I'm just like, I do a lot of walking. I can do some running, but a marathon? Really? And I'm just like, what is that? Like, what are they trying to what is, God trying to tell me? What is the Holy Spirit speaking over me? And I'm just like, a marathon? I don't know if I want to do a marathon. Shout out to my eyebrows. They look amazing. But back to the recording. So I get through the fast, and every day, every moment is just like run the marathon, run the marathon, run the marathon. And I probably took a couple of days after the fast to really decide if running the marathon was what I really wanted to do. And what y'all have noticed with me, I have eyelash tripping. You know what happens when these lashes get long. They be all over the place. But one thing that I've been doing throughout this year and last year is really being obedient to what God is speaking over my life. And I felt like coming out of that fast, I had to remain obedient to what was being spoken to me. So I just wake up that day and I was like, I'm going to train for the marathon. I'm going to run a marathon in March. It's going to be a week before my birthday and I'm going to do it. So I started training. I go on the Nike Run Club app. I download like an 18-week, I think 18 or 20-week training plan. And this plan just, it really set me up for success. It had, okay, what you should be running at this point, and they got speed runs, it's easy recovery runs, and then your long run of the week. So every week I just felt I was getting stronger and faster and, quite frankly, sexier. Nah, but I was getting better, and I would have my ups and downs throughout my training. I would have to take days off. I even one time had to take a week off because my ankle was bothering me real bad. And not one time did I ever say I was giving up. Like, I never gave up. Even when it was tough for me to get through certain training sessions, I never gave up. I just fought through it. And I learned a lot about myself. I thought, being from South Central LA, growing up in the hood and going through so many different things on my journey and on my path, that I was strong, like I could get through this. But I think the real strength I exhibited was through my training for the marathon. Because once I got to the marathon, it was kind of like a party. And I mean, like, you still got to run it. Your body still has to go through those 26.2 miles. But like, I felt like I was going to immerse myself in just being happy at that moment, just being thankful that I'm there. I was going to slap hands with everybody on the trail. I was going to, encourage people along the journey. I was going to talk to people. I was going to really put myself out there and just enjoy the moment, because I wasn't going to, like, the marathon was here. There was no additional training I could do. There was no additional nothing I could do. All I had to do was just do it, have fun, and enjoy it. And I loved every moment. I have like 92 different pictures from the marathon where I'm literally like, I forgot I was even running and walking at certain points, because I was just like, hey, clapping hands, like, you got this, good job. And I think it would allow for me to get through the marathon. And it was great. It was. When I seen my sister holding a sign, I think her sign says something like, don't trust a fort after mile 18. And I literally got to them at mile 18. But to see my sister holding a sign, to see my brother, to see my mom, my dad, my niece, my dad's girlfriend Darlene, his business partner Justin, to see them at mile 18, when that could have been the moment where I was like, you know what? I don't think I can go no more. It just rejuvenated me. It just pushed me to continue to run. But I had even FaceTime my my sister at mile 13, and she like, you all right? You okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just letting you know I'm halfway done. So that's how everybody was kind of like on pins and needles. Like, is she going to really do this? Is she going to run? Is she going to be okay? Especially my mom. Like, she's like, you sure? Every day. The night before, you sure? The morning before, when she dropping me off, you sure? Yes, lady. I didn't pay all this money, went through all this pain for nothing. I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something. So I get to mile 18, and I'm so happy to see them. And it's like, okay, we on. And then I get to mile 19-ish. And the Keep It Run 100 family was lit. They had champagne, tequila, a DJ. It was just so much positive, just energy. And it just really, like, having cheer sections on the course of the marathon is the highlight of the marathon, because you're able to just see people cheer for you that don't even know you. Like, I probably will never see these people again. And they was like, you got this, good job. They were spraying icy hot and biofreeze. They was giving out oranges and candy and water and electrolytes. It was just by far the best observation of humanity. Like I really had a I really had a deep appreciation for humanity after I ran the LA Marathon, because it was like people that you don't even know. You don't know these people, but they are out there. I mean, the marathon is all damn day. Like I'm not in the front. So the marathon is pretty much all morning, all afternoon. So it's a lot for them to be out there and willing to motivate you and inspire you. And that was just like the highlight for me, the cheer sections. There was one cheer section that stood above the rest with ease. Like that it was us. No disrespect to any other us's. But that 19-ish keep it 100 cheer section, I think they forgot people were running. I think it was a day party for them. Like they were lit, they was inspiring, they was cheering, and it was just something that will stick with me forever. One thing you cannot do is take that experience away from me. You can't take my medal away from me, but you can't take like seeing their faces, hearing the cheers, hearing the encouragement, hearing the motivation, or when you're running and you see someone with the Keep It 100 shirt on, you like, hey, we got this. We good. We are good. Seeing Tristan and Jade along the route, seeing Kelsey and her mom, running together to the finish line, just seeing all of these different elements and moments made me really appreciate not only being a woman, being a Black woman, but being in a space where we're coming. We're coming. y'all better hold tight because we're coming. But just to be around people that have worked so hard to get to that point and to cross that finish line and be like, you know what? I'm better than a lot of people. It's not arrogance. It's the truth. Now my cousin can go to school and say, hey, my cousin ran a marathon. Did yours? Now my future baby daddy can say, my baby mama ran a marathon. Did yours? I will be able to hold this up and be proud for the rest of my life. You're gonna be able to Google me anytime to see I ran the LA Marathon. But it was just an amazing, amazing experience. I just loved it. My DMs were flooded. I mean, flooded with so many messages, so many people telling me like, thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for motivating me. It was an experience, something that I will never in a million years forget. And I'm thankful. I'm blessed. It was something special. One thing I did, hold on, let me check my phone really quick because I need to get the notes section. But one thing I did that I thought really pushed me through the marathon was I dedicated each mile to either a person or a few different people that have meant so much to me on my journey of training, on just my life over the last year or so. And I felt like every mile that I was able to get through meant I did it for them. So creating the list was pretty simple because I don't have a lot of friends. So the list was full of family. But the list really, the way I orchestrated the list was pretty specific. It was intentional because I felt like I need something to get me started. I need something to maintain me, but I also need my heavy hitters at the end so that I know that, okay, seeing them, it's going to push me through. So the list I had, the first mile was dedicated to myself. I mean, come on, why not? I'm the one running. So let's dedicate the first one. And I'll breeze through the first one, of course. Mile two was dedicated to my baby Lexi. The reason why she was mile two was because at this point I'm extremely happy. I'm proud to be out here and people are cheering. And I think at mile two, if I'm not mistaken, I was running through downtown LA, and that's where I, used to live. So that was impactful for me. And she was the only one to ever have a sleepover at Last Spot. But I just love her so much. And I felt like I'm going to start with the people that mean a lot to me. They motivated me. They've done something for me. And I'm going to start off with the people I love and admire. So number three, mile three was dedicated to Ricky. Mile three was dedicated to Ricky because Ricky started running with me on Thursdays. We did a couple of runs on Thursday with Keep It Run 100. And when we first did it, she was like, Damo, my feet hurt. I can't keep going. She did like 2 point something miles, something like that. And after, I was like, are you coming back? And she was like, yeah, I'll be back, but I'm gonna have some better shoes on. And like her line that she said went viral because I was like, Ricky, how you feeling? How you doing? She's like, um, a little good, a little bad, right in the middle, something like, okay. And people just loved it because it was really true. Like you can have your ups and your downs, but I mean, right in the middle is okay. So I dedicated mile three to her because the final time we ran with Keep It Run 100, she did 3 miles. And it inspired me because if a 6-year-old can have a week where she doesn't reach her goal, she doesn't feel her best, but she's going to continue to come back and to reach that goal, it was just inspiring. So that's why mile three was dedicated to Ricky. Mile four was dedicated to Darlene. Ever since she's come into not only my dad's life, but me and my brother's life, she has just been like a bonus mom. Like she's extremely supportive. Even when Big Juan is like, she's supportive. She's perfect for our family, and I was so thankful for her and her encouragement. And seeing her at mile 18 meant a lot. And so mile four was dedicated to her, and I'm so thankful that she's here. She's supportive. She's loving, and I just love her. And mile five was dedicated to the Butler family. That's Trivian, that's Robert. We can actually put Devin and Dez and all of them, Stassi and Chris and Daryl and all of them too. But it was dedicated to the Butler family because they have really just loved on my brother. If you guys know me, I say this all the time. I love my brother dearly. And when he met his soon to be wife, he getting married on Thursday, the family just welcomed him in, and they've loved on my brother. They've motivated my brother. They've inspired my brother. And I just felt like I don't really run this marathon um, without their support because Trivian and Robert got me a hydration backpack for Christmas. So everybody was really invested in this marathon training for me. Like they weren't giving me alcohol, even though Trivian is always trying to give me some meat. They wasn't giving me out. They was like really supportive, and I love that. And I thank them so much for everything that they've done and will continue to do for my brother and my niece and my sister-in-law. And I just love them. So mile five was dedicated to the Butler family. Mile six was dedicated to the Keep It Run 100 family. So the Keep It Run 100 family is essentially family. There's no other word for me to say because thanks to Portia, she started, running with this run club well before I did. And she invited me one day, and I was just like, what? People are really running in Inglewood? Why? Like I was confused. But once I immersed myself into it, which I started to do more at the end of last year, the beginning of this year, I see why they were running on Thursday, and I see why they're family because there's so much love, there's so much support. there's so many people that I've met over the course of the last couple of months that sent me amazing birthday wishes, sent me just amazing affirmations about running the marathon, congratulating me, supporting me and pushing me and motivating me. And that to me speaks volumes. I think sometimes we minimize the efforts of people that don't really know you. And I think sometimes those people's efforts get minimized because it's like, well, whatever. But I'm not minimizing those efforts. I don't complete that marathon without their energy, without that support. Like, I'm at mile maybe 20, 21, and I hear somebody say, "Hey, Miss Carter." I'm the original Carter, but and it was Kelsey. So it was just like, hey. And that kind of like just energy is infectious, but it's also motivating and inspiring. So shout out to Butter, Ulrich, shall I say. But Butter, he created Keep It 100. It's a community, it's a family. We run every Tuesday in Culver City. On Thursday, 3 Mile Thursday is in Inglewood at Sip and Sounder Coffee, I think that is. But check it out. Like it will change your life. Because of that run club, I am more social. I am more open to having friendships in my adult age, because I felt like I didn't need any new friends. But boy, was I wrong. Once I met this amazing group of people, and they look like me, they talk like me, that we're one, and I just appreciate them and thank them so much. Number 7 was dedicated to the Lee family. I think the video I created, it had Mr. Lee, Miss Lee, Travis Lee, Crystal Lee, Callie Lee, Taylor Lee. But I'm so thankful for them. I'm a little sad because on the back of my shirt, I didn't put all of the pictures that I would have liked to put on there. And the people who was rooting for me and cheering for me the most was that damn Crystal and Callie. They were right there. Callie had a sign that said, "You made it, bitch." These damn 10-year-olds. But to see them support me and to see them right there meant so much to me. I was so happy and was like actually really surprised because I told people where to be and everything, and it was a little challenge to see me run, but I'm so thankful that they took the day out, took that Sunday and shared it with me and showered me with love. And oh Jesus, I'm still like, I'm so in shock. I'm in shit. If that makes any sense at all. Because the amount of love and support I got from people that I did not think even cared that I was running has like meant so much to me. Even Miss Lee, she sent a message through Landra, I think on Facebook, like congratulating me and just saying amazing things. So the Lee family, y'all came in clutch. And then y'all turned around and came back for my birthday. Like, what? I love y'all. Is that hard? Gotta love it. Number 8 was dedicated to my auntie Risa. If you guys know my auntie, she's very supportive. I'm sad that she wasn't able to see me cross the finish line. The traffic was a mess trying to get to Century City, but I know her and Big Mark was fighting to get there. So, so Mile 8 and Mile 9 was dedicated to my auntie Risa and my uncle Mark. That's gonna always be my uncle because he's the one gave me my nickname Damo. Most people call me Damo. No one really calls me Dominique, but they call me Damo, and he was the one that initiated that. He kind of got me involved in a lot of sports growing up. I get a lot of my toughness from the sports I played when he was the coach or he was there. And my auntie Risa like keeps me fly. If y'all know my auntie Risa, she fly as can be, but she's so supportive. Like once the marathon was over, I went to my Uncle Terry house and we took some shots and had champagne. the good stuff too. But I was so thankful. I'm thankful for her. She's so supportive. She's so loving. If you know her, you know how amazing she is, how thoughtful she is. And I wouldn't have been able to like even be at this point without their love and support over the years. And I thank them with mile 9 and mile 8. Mile 10 was dedicated to my auntie Sherry, my other uncle Big Danny, Danny Man, Devin, um, who else? Who was that? Else was that? Nisha, her kids, and I'm so thankful for them. Like I remember I was running up the street and I had ran into my auntie and I stopped to talk to a crossing guard and she yelled out the window like, "You ain't running." That was the God. That's the motivation I needed because I needed to be running. But what was that? Mile 10 was dedicated to them and I love them. I'm thankful for them and thank you for always encouraging and motivating me. Mile 11 was dedicated to Landra, and that's because Landra's favorite number is number 11, and the month she was born and the day she was born equals 11. Oh, that's so cool. I just realized that right now. But Mile 11 was dedicated to her. At this point, I'm still breezing through the marathon because I'm still cheesing at every camera. I'm still like fixing my socks and stuff. Like I'm still okay. But Mile 11 was dedicated to Landra because throughout this journey, she has been so supportive. And I tried to use her little Nike code to get a little discount for the shoes, but she didn't even have none. But she's been so supportive. She's been loving. She's been checking on me. And she was right there at that finish line when I crossed it, her and her lovely daughter, Lexi. So she has always loved me. She has always supported me. She has always had um, a knack for knowing when I'm not all right, a knack for knowing when I need a laugh or I need to be cursed out, maybe. But just being so loving and supportive, and I'm so thankful for her. I'm so thankful for our relationship. I've talked about her on other podcasts. I'm not going to give her any more attention. No, but for real, like thank you for always supporting me. And that's Landra. I mean, nothing more I can say. She's loving, she's supportive, and she's transparent. And I don't get through this marathon without having just her talks and her quotes and her bitches in my head, saying, keep running. We're here waiting for you. So thank you so much. And mile 11 was dedicated to her. Mile 12 was dedicated to my Bay Area mom. I call her that because I met her and her husband Steve when I lived in San Francisco area and I had no one there. I didn't know anyone, and I met them at an apartment social event at an apartment building I lived at, and she just instantly gravitated to me. She's been so supportive and loving. My mom shows me all the time. She says things about me on Facebook, and she's been so supportive and loving. You couldn't tell me that wasn't my real godmom because she loves me just as one of her kids. So I dedicated Mile 12 to her. Mile 13 was dedicated to my cousin Mark. And at this point, I'm halfway there. And Mark's number is 13. I'm halfway through the marathon. I'm FaceTiming. I'm still loving life and I'm still going after it. So Mile 13 was dedicated to Mark. I love him and supporting him. I think I motivated him to start running because now he's running. So maybe I can get him to run the LA Marathon next year, which I think. Let's start at 5K though. We're going to start there. But Mile 13 was dedicated to Mark. Thank you for, he just has been so supportive, so loving, so encouraging, just so him. And I've seen him grow up to be an amazing man, and I'm proud of him and I love him. So I'm at the halfway point, and that mile was dedicated to him. Mile 14 was dedicated to Rock. Oh, that's my best friend. He's always been loving and supportive, and I dedicated that mile to him. Mile 15 was dedicated to Lily. One of my first clients when I became a consultant. And it was just an honor to work with someone who was passionate about what they had going on. If I want to see anyone be successful, it's going to be her because she works hard. She's a very loving person. She's just so inspiring and motivating. So it was only right that I put her at mile 15 because at this point, it's getting real. So mile 16 was dedicated to my friend Portia. She had to be in the mix because of her, I found the Keep It 100 family. I found a love for running. Like she exposed me to something different that honestly, she exposed me to something that literally changed my life. And I'm so thankful for her and so grateful for her. So mile 16 was dedicated to her because I'm still pushing through. But oh, these blisters are kicking in at mile 16. Mile 17 was for my Bay Area dad. He's loved me. He's actually shown me how I should be treated once I'm in a relationship. We used to have all these talks about they better open the door for you. They better pull out your chair. You know, he old school white man. So, it's a little different. But thank you for supporting me, you and Cheryl. Like, I love you guys so much. Mile 18 was dedicated to my best friend, Ashley. Although she couldn't be there to support me at the marathon, she has literally supported me with everything I've ever had going on since I was, 8, 9, 10, whatever. We've been friends for over 25 years. Not too many people can say that. But we have been friends for over 25 years, and I just love her so much. She comes through in the clutch. And at this point, at mile 18, I need everything I can get because it is getting real. But mile 18 was also where I saw my parents and my sister, my brother, my niece, and I just, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. But it's getting rough. Mile 19 was dedicated to my baby Bam. That was my first baby. Like my first maybe kid, because I love that boy dearly. Like he has been special to me ever since he came out the womb. Like he's loved me, he's supported me. I know he tried to get to Century City too, but the traffic was a mess. But mile 19 was dedicated to him because this is when it's getting real at this point. Because it's just like, oh, I have 7 more of this. But at mile 19, you had Keep It 100 pump me up the first part of that mile. So, okay, I can make you through. But mile 19 was dedicated to him. Mile 20, we're in the dubs now. That was dedicated to my sister Kiana. Oh, I love her so much. She has been on this journey with me. She has been angry every time she's called me at 7 a.m. and I was running. She has been like, I can't believe you're still running. When I ran the 5 miles, she was shocked. When I did 10, she was like, are you kidding me? I did the 15. She was like, oh my God. I did 20. She was like, why? But she has been supportive on this journey. She has been right there with me. She was more excited for me to cross the line than I was. And I'm just so thankful for her. And I love her for everything she's done for my brother and my niece. And mile 20 was dedicated to her. This is when it's getting tough because I want to say from mile 21 to 23, oh, it was tough. It was. Mile 21 was dedicated to my brother Juan. I love you and I thank you so much for supporting me. He took some amazing pictures during the marathon. He has always been my number one fan. Even when I was playing basketball at a championship game, he was right there in his little green suit supporting me. So thank you so much for loving and supporting me. Mile 22 was dedicated to my grandmother, Emma. She passed away in 1999. So if you guys saw my shorts, I had one side said Emma 99. So that was for her. And once I was at mile 22, I was just over it. I had blisters. I just had 4 more. That's all I kept saying. You have 4.2 more. But with her, I prayed. I thanked her. I told her to continue to cover me and continue to surround me with amazing people and just get me through, grandmother. Just get me through. And that she did. Because mile 23 was dedicated to my other grandmother who passed away in 1999. She was on the other side of my shorts, Ada Potato. my dad's mom. But I knew, like, once I got to mile 23, it was on. Like, I was ready because I felt like I could hear her saying, you know what? They said you wouldn't graduate from college and you did. They always said you had a bad attitude, you wouldn't be this, you wouldn't be that, and you've always mastered it. You've always conquered it. And this is when I need you to be tough. And I just heard her say that. Be tough. Be tough. Because she was tough. Be tough. And I was able to get through mile 23. And I dedicated that mile to her. It meant a lot to dedicate that mile to her because I loved my grandmother. I'm not the woman I am today without some of the things she instilled in me as a younger kid. And I'm thankful for that. And I love her dearly. Number 24 was dedicated to Lonnie, my niece, my most favorite person in the world. I love her so much. Y'all know how I feel about my niece, man. And I put her at 24 because that's the day I was born on, but that's mama mentality. My niece is cold, I'm telling you. She cold. She's living her best life at a 2-year-old. She's the greatest 2-year-old I've ever met in my life. And I dedicated that mile to her because I love her. And seeing her at mile 18 clapping and cheering and screaming for me, it's a feeling that you'll never forget. I know that when I have kids, they'll be doing the same thing. So, but I was so thankful to see her and her just being so happy. She made me a sign. It said, "Go Damo." We're just going to leave it at that. Mile 25 was dedicated to my twin, my daddy. And he even tried to run a little bit with me on the side when I seen him at mile 18. But all throughout my life, my dad has instilled amazing core values to me. He's always told me I had that, to this day, I still don't know what it is, but it's something special. And now after running the marathon, he said I got that, But my dad has always told me, like, you can't be the smartest person in the room. Like, you have to surround yourself with people that you can learn from. And if you're the smartest one there, you need a new room or you need a new set of friends. He has always motivated me and inspired me. And I don't run this marathon without him. I don't run this marathon without his leadership. Because of him and my mom walking and crawling, I was able to run this path. And I'm so thankful for them. And at this point, mile 25, it's a fucking party because I know I have one more to go. Let's go. And that's all I kept saying. Let's go. And mile 25. So mile 25 was dedicated to my twin, my daddy. I love you so much. We did it. A Carter ran the marathon and finished. Mile 26 was dedicated to my mom. And she was right there at mile 26. She was right there, like pumping me up. You got this. It is not one thing I've ever came to my mom and said I wanted to do, and she said you can't do it. I will tell my mom some of the most extravagant things, some of the most crazy things, like running the LA Marathon. And the first thing she's going to say is, you got this. This is easy. You doing this? Girl, we do this all day long. That's just how my mom was. She's very supportive, very encouraging, very motivating. And she was with me this whole journey, watching me train, watching me fall apart because I can't run or I'm hurt. She dropped me off to get on the shuttle to go run the marathon. She took me home after the marathon. I really love my parents. I really do. They've been so supportive. And I got through mile 25, mile 26 because of them. And I just knew, here we go. After 26, I had a little more to go. And then I saw them holding the signs and then I started crying. The end of the marathon was a delight because I was like, oh my gosh, it's right there, the finish line. I hugged Crystal and Lexi and Callie. They were right there. And then Lexi, she gets on my nerves sometimes. She's like, you got to keep going. You got a little more to go. And I look and I was like, what am I doing? And I crossed that finish line. So March 17, 2024 was magical. And this is why it was magical. When I started this journey back in October, I didn't know what to expect or what the road ahead looked like. But I prayed and told myself whatever highs and lows are presented on this journey, I would adhere to one simple principle: never give up. My body went through some crazy things these last few months, but my mind stayed sharp, stayed focused, and mentally, I always felt great about my decision to run the LA Marathon. It was a it was amazing. It was always amazing to see people's reactions when I told them I was training for a marathon. I received a lot of applause and congratulations, and some, "Why are you doing that?" I call these people the naysayers that are borderline haters. But I didn't let anyone's comments and our thoughts deter me from doing what God told me to do during my 7-day fast. Yes, I did a fast and the marathon consistently came up. That was a very interesting concept because I never seen myself as a runner. More of a sprinter as a young pup, but runner was never used to describe my workout regimen. But I prayed, downloaded the Nike Run Club app, selected an 18-week training plan, and got to work. I was challenged not only by the workouts on the Nike Run Club app, but also by my body responding in ways I didn't understand or appreciate. I hurt my ankle early on in the process, and I battled ankle pains throughout a significant portion of my training. I had to purchase 3 different pairs of shoes and an ankle brace to try and help stabilize my ankle. But I didn't quit or give up on my goal to train myself up in a way that allows for me to finish the LA Marathon. Fast forward to March 17, 2024, and the LA Marathon has arrived in my city, a city I was born and raised in, a city that I will admit I didn't appreciate until recently, a city that has so much history, a city that has some of the most amazing people in it, a city that just allowed 26,000 people to run 26.2 miles from Dodger Stadium to the Avenue of the Stars. And this is why I'm the shit. This is why I'm better than you. This is why. It's, it's just that simple. But that's my marathon recap. And the question I've gotten a lot since the marathon is, when are you running another one? Damn, let my body heal. But I will run another one. I'm definitely running the LA Marathon next year. I think it's like March the 16th, 2025, but it will be the 40th anniversary. So that's going to be real special. I don't know if they can top this medal though. I don't mind getting another one though, but can they top this one? Yep, I see it. But yeah, so I'm just back to running, back to training because I think I want to do maybe a half marathon in October. We'll see. But I'm definitely still motivated, still inspired. Um, the last 6 months have taught me so much about myself, have revealed a lot of things about myself. And for that, I'm grateful and thankful. I'm highly flavored, maybe, if you tasted me. I'm going down. Just kidding. But I'm highly favored. I am extremely blessed and I am thankful for everything I have going on. And what's next for me? Well, I'm going to continue to run, continue to just train. But I think this time around, I'm factoring in my nutrition more. It's April 1st, so I decided to go maybe 30 days, 60 days with no meat, eliminate, sugary drinks unless it's like um, electrolytes or whatever. What else? I'm done with liquor. Ugh, what a waste of money. But what else? And I'm just going to be intentional with my alignments. I think over the last couple of weeks, I've been aligning with some amazing people, and I'm so thankful for that. So that's kind of what's next for me. Hopefully, I meet someone. I'm still trying to date, still dating. Y'all know I still want that baby, even more so now. So I need to relax. But yeah, so I'm just doing God's work. I'm just living life, having fun, and just doing me. And I'm thankful for that. So this was another episode of Socially Speaking with Dominique. Podcast. class. I'm not even sure what number this is, but we're going to call it 26.2. Because what? Yeah. Y'all see it. Zoom in. Y'all see that? Y'all see the Hollywood sign? Okay. What that say? 26.2 finisher. Yeah. What's up? Bye.